Hello and welcome to the After Throw. This is going to be the post-round recap of the Disc Golf World Championship. So if you want to know about the latest news of the Disc Golf World Championship, you come to the right place as we're going to recap all of day one. So let's jump right into this. When we talk about Disc Golf World Champions, who's the first one that comes to your head? If it's Ken Climo, then you must be pretty old. But if you're really thinking of the true GOAT of disc golf, and you think of Paul McBeth, you're going to be thinking he's going to dominate 2019 the Disc Golf World Championships. And you might not be wrong, he is sitting tied for third place. Paul is currently sitting 10 down, tied for third with James Conrad. He has a 94% circle one rate. He missed one putt within the circle, which costed him one stroke. That could have been tied for second. But he had 8 birdies in a row to give him this 10 under with one bogey, which ended his birdie streak. Now, what he hit it on the 17th hole, bounced off the rock, and instead of skipping forward onto land, ended up bouncing straight back into the water. Now, he might have had an awesome round, but that does not mean he's in first. Like I said, he is currently tied for third. So there's 2 people who shot better than him, and one is the amazing Emerson Keith. Kind of a young gun coming off a win of the Mid-America Open, which he won by 7 strokes. So this man is coming off hot. He had 100% circle one putting rate. So as you can see, putting is going to come down to this World Championship. An 89% fairway hit. So you know he's going to put himself in line for these birdies as he was 12 down, which beat the second place by 1 stroke and the third place by 2 strokes. Now, he only turned pro in 2016, so he is the young gun of this World Championship, and he's coming off very strong. So let's see if he can hold this together, as he did take 6th in Ledgestone this year, so he's very familiar to the Eureka course, and he's playing it very well. But someone who else plays this course very well is right behind Emerson, as he is in 2nd place, and that is another young hot starter, Kevin Jones. He just signed a Prodigy this year, and he is currently sitting minus 11 in 2nd place, in sole position of 2nd place, 1 stroke behind Paul McBeth. Like I said, again, Kevin Jones has 100% circle one putting rate, giving him in line for these birdies, as anytime he's within the 33 feet, you can almost guarantee a birdie. However, once it gets out of that range, he's going to be not making as many putts, as he did miss a circle 2 putt. That kind of put him down in 2nd place instead of tied for first, but that is okay because we have 4 more rounds of disc golf to go before we call this thing an event. Now, the other thing that does set Kevin Jones apart from other disc golfers is the 100% scramble rate. So not only is he getting birdies when he's in the fairway, but when he is off the fairway, he's still getting in line for his par, and he's not taking many bogeys or above, which is going to be very vital in order to stay in the 2nd and up range. Not only did that, but him and Paul McBeth were fighting it out hole by hole to see who will be in 2nd and who will take 3rd, or eventually that 1st place spot. Now, Kevin Jones actually hit, as he said, an 128-meter throw-in. It was about 400 feet. It was around the water on hole 14, I believe. Don't quote me on that, actually, because that doesn't sound right. I don't know why I said it. But he threw it out over the water, crashing into the basket and hitting his 400-foot eagle. Now that I said that, it was hole 13. Do you know why I know this? Because Simon Lizotte ended up taking a triple bogey on this hole. Now we're going to talk about him in a little bit, so don't get too caught up on that. The other person that we need to talk about, who is going to be the final person on the lead card tomorrow at Northwood, is James Conrad, as he again has 100% circle one putting. So again, putting is going to be an immense part of the game, and these putts need to be made within 33 feet minimum. Now James is currently tied for 3rd, giving him the 4th spot in the lead card, as the lead card tomorrow at Northwood is going to be Emerson Keith sitting in 1st place with a minus 12, Kevin Jones minus 11, and Paul McBeth and James Conrad tied for 3rd with a minus 10. Now, some people are still don't count them out yet, as there's a big line of competitors sitting at minus 6, some of them including Ricky, as he put together an okay round. But, like I said, Simon Lizotte also took a 7 on hole 13, putting him at -5. Now, both these competitors, don't count them out yet because they can still make moves in another 4 rounds we have ahead of us. Now, the only thing putting them away from the top lineup and the lead card is bogeys. Both of them had too many bogeys, and I can say without a doubt they want to minimize that as well. Now, each of them took at least 3 bogeys. I know it's more, but some of them had double bogeys as long as triple bogeys. And going on to the next round, they're going to need to limit those as much as possible. Now, another person to keep their eye out for, and he just barely missed out on the lead card by 1 stroke, sitting at 9 under, is Chris Clemens from Dynamic Disc. He was in sole possession of first place for majority of the day from his first round, and he was shortly only beat by 4 other guys, sadly missing out on the lead card. Now, like I said, don't count him out because he has some big things coming at Northwood tomorrow. So tune into that on all the production. You're going to see Jomez post-production, Central Coast post-production. You have live done by Smashbox. Everything done in this world is coming to you, and it's coming out fast. So all this media, make sure to keep caught up. Now, like I said, going into this world, we have very much predictions, and like I said, it's day 1. I'm going to let you know on my prediction. I said before going into this that Paul McBeth was going to win Worlds. He's going to win his 5th Worlds, and there are little reasons why I think this. Now, like I said, Paul McBeth is sitting tied for 3rd with James Conrad. Now, what sets him apart between these other guys ahead of him, like Kevin Jones and Keith? Now, what that is pretty simple. It's age, it's experience. He's been doing this a very long time. He's a 4-time world champion. He's dealt with controversy. He's dealt with these types of situations when Emerson Keith and Kevin Jones haven't. And they're put into a spot where they might not be ready for. So that's what Paul McBeth is doing that these guys haven't yet. They haven't been brought up into these situations, and that's one thing that Paul McBeth does have, is consistency and discipline. He knows when to strike, and he knows when he needs to come at you. And that might not be the first round. He might wait till the 4th or the 5th. We've seen him done it at the European Championships this year. So don't count Paul McBeth out. You're going to see a lot coming in from him in these next 4 rounds. And you can keep up with all of that here on The Afterthrow. Make sure to tune in tomorrow where we recap all of Day 2. That was the recap of Day 1 of the 2019 Disc Golf World Championship. Make sure to tune in tomorrow where we recap all of Day 2 and all the statistics and what's going to happen going into Day 3. If you want to stay updated, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below, and you can keep up with all the news going into Day 2.